But traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says, free throws are a part of basketball. Either you're going to foul me, or I'm going to score. Putting the pressure on the defense like that is tough, but that's what makes a good player. Kevin, no lies told there.
Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone, the players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, Allen is out there with Prince. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Irving in at the 1. Now here's Westbrook. The 3. Allen with the rebound.
Well, there just aren't many players in the history of the NBA who you can bet on to come up with a triple-double on any given night. But at the top of that list is Russell Westbrook. Truly a transcendent talent.
And it's Houston's ball. Here is House. Pass to Capella. Basket, good. And Greg, to think with Westbrook averaging a triple-double for any given season, I mean, just unheard of.
When he was aiming for that mark the first time, everyone was wondering if he could pull it off. Now it's like almost everyone expects him to average a triple-double every season. You know, I never thought you'd think that about any player in the NBA.
And here's Westbrook, following by Kyrie Irving. 2 open that time, made it look too easy.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
Moving against Westbrook. Passes it to Harris. Prince outside. Shot clock at 5. Irving for 3. That one misses. And the Rockets take it. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
Well, there was a good back and forth between these teams last year, if you remember. You'd expect it to be a mismatch on paper, but it turned out to be pretty even.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Now, here's LeVert. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Harris's shot is off. Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Last touch by Westbrook. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. DeAndre Jordan third. And, of course, Clint Capella.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Allen finds LeVert. Here's Irving.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Here's House. Yep, that one goes. And here's Irving. He's coming off a 28-point game against Indiana.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Love how Irving mixes it up outside, inside. He's effective at playing to his strengths.
Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris, you played only 2 seasons with Golden State, your first and your last. What was it like ending your career where you started?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's the reason why I went back to Golden State was to retire there. I only played 9 games my last season, but I felt like it was a full circle. It was completion. Being in front of those fans that gave me so much energy there at Oracle Arena, the ones that showed me so much love as a rookie. I mean, I couldn't even, my goatee didn't even connect in. I couldn't even grow hair on my face then. And to come back as an old man my last year, it was a blessing to see those same faces of people who supported me.
By the way, that is a sweet goatee you're wearing tonight. I just want to tell you.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
And he's good on the second. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Now LeVert, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Here's Prince, and Capella sends it back.
It seems to improve his shot blocking every year. I mean, Capella is outstanding at using his length to swat away shots.
And so here is Houston. Right side, Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
And let's take a look now at LeVert's numbers. How he performed last season. Averaged about 13 points a game last season. 4 assists and 3 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
I mean, they were their worst own enemy in that game. I mean, they kept on shooting themselves in the foot.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. Great showing for him last season. 11th in assists, 13th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish, always had his head up, looking for the open man.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And that one drops for him.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. 6-point game. And the pass to Irving. Puts up a 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 5, and he banks in the layup. Irving's got 7 points.
Yeah, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Westbrook with it. And it's Irving with the rebound.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Harris on the money from 12 feet away.
This is what a leader does. Irving, good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
In the corner, Harden. A three-pointer, no good. Nets trail by 4. Irving passes to Prince.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Harden outside. And the call is going to be...
Screen.
Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Pass to LeVert. With his first shot attempt, it's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Harden. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Now look, nobody takes more contact than Harden inside. Nobody's better at scoring through.
Irving passes to Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. LeVert up top. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Makes it off the glass. 8 points for James Harden.
Amazing feel for scoring on the interior. I mean, Harden, he's excellent at mixing it up.
Irving passes to Allen. Fires from deep. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Temple comes in for Karis LeVert. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Harris. The Rockets also changing it up. Chandler comes in for Clint Capella. And Gordon subbed in for Danuel House. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. James Harden, number 1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
David Nwaba is checked in for the Nets. Rivers, he's checked in for Houston. Here's Temple, guarded by Harden. For 3, Nets with the new shot clock. A shot by Jordan, no good.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Pass to Prince. Shot clock at 6. Knocked loose. Tucker with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. Harden kicks to Gordon. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Nets trail by 8. Here's Temple. Dinwiddie passes to Temple. Dinwiddie outside. To stop the drought, it's rebounded by Houston. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
In-game adjustments are critical. They did an awesome job taking what the defense gave them.
Here's Temple. James Harden picking up that last basket. To Prince. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. 6 on the shot clock. And that's Prince. That time on the assist by Dinwiddie. Prince has got his second bucket of the night.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Harden inside the three-point line. And the shot is long.
Not sure what was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Dinwiddie against Rivers. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. And he finished it off with a lay-in. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Yeah, and defensively, you'd like to see a greater effort to change ends.
Here's Nwaba. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Temple. Over Harden. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
You know, a good job by the defender of not getting fooled by the step back, but he's got the shot to fall.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
Odions Kurucs, he's checked in for Prince. Good on both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Dinwiddie passes to Temple. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Now, here is Harden. Tight defense on him. Now Cephalosha. He kicks it to Gordon. Harden trying to get open, and that's good. Eric Gordon for 3. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Here's Temple. No good on that one. Good D by Harden.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Rivers. That one doesn't go. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Dinwiddie against Rivers. Outside Jordan. Here's Kurucs. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Harden gets the bucket.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him and get that lead even bigger.
Here's Temple. There's the dish to Dinwiddie. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. McLemore's checked in for James Harden. So it's Brooklyn now, down by 12.
Get there! Keep coming!
There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's Kurucs missing. And here's Houston. They're on a 17-7 run. And there's the feed to Gordon. From deep three-point range, and so it's the Houston Rockets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll return shortly. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
They've got Caruth. Garrett Temple is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Nwaba in at the three, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Shooting two.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Guys sometimes don't make it big when they first get on the scene. Late bloomers that have caught your eye right now in the league. Guys that have really picked up their game.
Well, how about D'Angelo Russell?
Good one,
Let's talk about getting traded, having to move at a young age. That really could be devastating for some players. So for him to have the skill set and the mental frame of mind to fight over that, I love it. And how about Julius Randle? I mean, I didn't see it coming. I knew he was a beast, but he's a beast.
You mean he's a beast?
Yeah, something like that.
That free throw missing.
Well, I love what Austin Rivers did last year after he bounced around between the Wizards and Rockets. I mean, he came in and he was focused. He was traded by Washington to the Suns and then bought out and ended up in a great situation in Houston.
That's off as well, so he misses both. And for Rivers, after being let loose by Phoenix, still productive and very motivated when he joined the Rockets.
Rivers said that even though he understood the buyout, he hated the idea of being released. I mean, it reinvigorated his game, and he had one of the best seasons to date.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, "I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again." And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And Brooklyn has possession. Following the score by Houston. 5 to shoot. The 8-footer. And it's Caruth missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And it's Gordon missing. Nets trail by 12. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Temple. The pass to Dinwiddie. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Good.
Yeah, he's showing how effective he can be. It's crucial that Gordon plays with confidence close to the bucket.
Here's Temple. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Lobs it up for Jordan. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's McLemore. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds in the game. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Nwaba passes to Jordan. The 11-footer. The shot, no good. And Houston the other way now. Rivers kicks to Cephalosha. Hits the 3-point bomb. Cephalosha's got 5 now.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jared Allen's checked in for Karuch. Karis LeVert comes in for David Nwaba. Harris is checked in for Garrett Temple. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. The Rockets also changing it up. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Chandler. Daniel House comes in for Gordon. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Rivers. Now here's Jordan. It's LeVert on the wing. Here's Allen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6 man for the rest of his career.
No good on the free throw. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after, and I believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. I'm still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Now, here's Westbrook. 17 points in his last outing. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Westbrook's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Here's Irving. And that one hits back iron.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Westbrook. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. Harris dishes to Irving. Pass to LeVert. Baseline J on the way, and again, no good by Brooklyn. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 9-1 run. Cephalosha misses. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's an 18-point game.
Come to me, come to me.
To the inside, Allen. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here is House. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 26% out there, a terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. And it's Kyrie Irving with the 3. Irving's got 10.
See right there, Kyrie showing you the range. Usually hovers around 40% from 3. Must be accounted for at all times.
Now Westbrook throws it up high.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Nets trail by 15. And here is Irving. Pass to Jordan. LeVert with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And no good that time.
Well, I'm surprised he's still out there. I mean, he's been invisible at the offensive end all game long.
Westbrook, no good.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Fouled on the shot of 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And before his scary foot dislocation in November of 2018, Karis LeVert enjoying a breakout season. Greg even garnering some most improved buzz around the NBA.
Yeah, and fortunately, the injury not as bad as it looked initially. Yeah, he's looking to continue that impressive trajectory.
One shot.
Rockets leading by 12.
Yo, box rush.
For 3, Westbrook. A rebound by the net. Harris outside. Passes it to LeVert. And it's Houston the other way. They led by as many as 18 points.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
From deep, Harden. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Quick fact for you guys. P.J. Tucker is the #1 sneakerhead in the NBA. And it's not even close. The man owns hundreds and hundreds of kicks. In the 2018 playoffs, P.J. wore 22 different pairs of shoes in 17 games.
That's good from Tucker. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year we're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids to play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 10.
And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Good. Nets trail by 14. It's Prince on the wing. The pass to Irving. Nets passing it around. Back to Allen. Pass to LeVert. 6 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Nailed from three-point land. And that's 13 points for Kyrie Irving.
Oh, look, what a confident shooter Irving is. He looks so calm and collective whenever he rises and fires like this.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Here's Capella. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jared Allen.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I mean, I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim. And if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
And that one misses. And with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
Good on the second free throw.
I just love the production Capella gives this team. I mean, it is absolutely fantastic. He's their defensive anchor. He finishes off with oops, and he can make nice passes out the pick and roll.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 13. Harris drives in. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Lob pass to Capella. Irving with the steal. Harris looking it over. Now Irving, back to Harris. Lets it go with the three. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harris has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Brooklyn. For 3, Westbrook connects from three-point range. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
But it's a matter of pride and a matter of each side trying to seize control.
On the alley-oop, saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Drills it from outside.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Pass to Prince. He dishes it to Irving. Again, the Nets through.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
A career best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but it was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Gordon's checked in for Danuel House. Capella finds Gordon.
Hey, yo, right here.
Dinwiddie against Harden. The offensive rebound. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. No good. Good work defensively by Harden. Outside Westbrook. And it's Capella missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a laugh about it later.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Here's Westbrook after Taurean Prince's bucket. Now, he's got 10. That one doesn't drop. And, oh, Prince has got it. The fast break chance. Outside Irving. Irving double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Rockets now. Rockets leading by 11. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Passes to Harden. Three-pointer. Shot clock reset for the Rockets. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Dinwiddie, and the lead is down inside single digits.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Harden against Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie with the steal.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possessions. Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Here's Westbrook. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Westbrook drives in. It's hauled in by Harris. Nets trail by 7. Dinwiddie wide open. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Dinwiddie's got 7.
But he doesn't have a clear path to the hoop, so why not? I mean, pull up and bury the 3 in transition.
Deal. Chalk up 2 there. And now just a 2-point Rocket lead.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Rockets ahead, up by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Kyrie. What got you going in the first?
My teammates were just finding me, setting good screens, and just stay aggressive, not only for myself, but for them. We're kind of in a hole in the first quarter, kind of sluggish. Came out in the second quarter, kind of sluggish, but just got to pick it up on the defensive end. That's where it starts.
Kyrie, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that word, Kenny?
You know
it's
what?
a dandy.
My third grade teacher used to say that all the time.
That you're a dandy.
So this is a dandy of a class.
It is. And this is a dandy of a show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal.
So what's a dandelion?
Well, basically, that's what the class was.
A really cool lion.
Got it.
James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 16 points and 2 rebounds. Tonight isn't an exception as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some incredible performances. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out the defense. Coming out of the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
Yeah, Greg, and that's somewhat of a surprise. I mean, but he's been really patient and unselfish.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. So on the floor for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House in at the small forward position. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's 7 points for Jared Allen.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back.
Outside Westbrook. Clock at 6. They get it back. And it's sent back by Allen. They shoot again. That one a little long.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout. It's just to try to set coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop his coach had, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Cloak loose. One-on-one here. Here's Harden. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
He's a top-tier scorer in this game. I mean, Harden only needs a few shots to fall, and then it's like watching a volcano erupt.
And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
Here's Tucker, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. 5 on the clock. Tucker, the pass to House. Shoots over LeVert. The shot by House is no good. Brooklyn's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. That one good for 2.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 18. Out to the right wing, and here's Westbrook from the arc. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Westbrook's got 16.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Right side, Irving. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Here's Harden on the wing. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Irving kicks to Allen. Now the pass to Prince. Dishes it to Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
And he knocks down the first one. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. They led by as many as 18 points. Pass to Harden. This one for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Irving's got his 4th rebound in this one. Prince, right side. And a 4-year player at Baylor. Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
The first free throw is good. The NBA fans sometimes called the sixth man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience first. Sacramento, we had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, of course, she had a real name, but she says, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Peja, every shot is good. She make them creatively. They be bright, they be big, and we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers saying, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris, or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it for the fans, how loud they are, how they get on the teams, how they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh, my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there, oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto in the rain while they're singing and shouting and having fun over there in Jurassic Park. And we all know about the great fan had all their years in Oracle, some of the most loyal fans ever. The sixth man, the fans being the sixth man, that is not a cliche. That is not made up for PR purposes. That's true and real. And some of the best players will tell you how those fans have taken them over the top, giving them energy to win some games.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Yes.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Here's Temple. Pass to Irving from downtown. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. Chandler's got 5 rebounds tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's McLemore. No points in the game yet for him. 4 on the shot clock. Rivers can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Irving misses.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Rivers passes to Tucker. Over Temple. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 11 rebounds in the game. And he makes good on the layup. Temple's got his second basket of the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
McLemore dishes to Rivers. Footer and hits. Rivers has got the game tied up here for Houston.
These buckets help Rivers get going. The defense can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Lobs it up, Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And here's McLemore. Here's House. And it's off the no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Now, here is Irving. 21 points in the game. They get it back, and it's Jordan with the jam.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Well, last season, for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense, despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
So for the Nets, Caruch is checked in for Taurean Prince. David Nwaba comes in for Karis LeVert. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Houston also making some changes. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Chandler. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Danuel House. Another miss by Houston. And here are the Nets. They're on a 12th. Nwaba. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And it's a 6-point Nets lead.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Now here's Gordon. 7 points in the game. And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That is his first foul of the game. Rivers with it. Pass to Gordon. To the paint. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Here's Nwaba. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Eric Gordon.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
For Brooklyn, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
In talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
He misses the free throw.
Well, the Houston Rockets, not exactly a balanced offense. I mean, they lean so heavily on James, but you can't argue with the results.
He hits the second from the line. And see Rockets offense, the numbers speak for themselves.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. I mean, they had the second best offensive rating last season. I mean, they rely on isolations, threes, and free throws, but it gets the job done for them. You wonder, though, just how far this approach can take them.
Now here's Rivers. The pass to Sefolosha. Shot clock at 6. And that time, also a missed shot. Brooklyn leading by 7. Pass to Dinwiddie. Inside. Poked away. And the basket by Caruch.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt.
Here's McLemore. After the basket by Brooklyn. Rivers bounce pass. Now, here's Tucker. He's guarded closely. Houston needs to get a shot. The Rockets with another miss. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Rockets making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. The Nets. They're on a 17-4 run. Pass to Nwaba. Back to Temple. To the wing right side. The Nets working the ball around now. Now, Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game so far. Over Sefolosha. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Outside Gordon. Passes it to Capella. Over Temple. Another miss. They've really hit a rough patch here. Here's Dinwiddie. Buries the long-range jumper. Dinwiddie's got 14 points for the game.
And really the story of this second half, one, getting the shots they want, the other, not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
And the dunk by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Dinwiddie passes to Temple. And here is Jordan. Here's Karuch. And Capella sends it back. Now here's McLemore. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Temple. Out to the wing. Nwaba kicks to Jordan. Dinwiddie right side. Just 5 to shoot. A nice shot by Jordan.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 18. And there's the pass to McLemore. Back to Westbrook. Releases. No good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And stolen by Gordon. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Lays it in off the breakaway. 9 points in the game so far.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some O.
Jordan up top. Guarded by Tucker.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season. Remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
The Nets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Free throw good, Jordan.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Allen comes in for Rodions Kurucs, and Harris subbed in for Garrett Temple. And a change for the Rockets. James Harden. He's checked in for Ben McLemore. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Rockets trail by 13. For 3, Westbrook. Kept alive by Houston. Capella. And it's sent back by Allen. 29 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Nwaba. Here's Jordan. Nails the baby hook. Jordan's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
And here's Gordon. Lets it go from deep. No good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets lead by 15. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Allen. Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Taurean Prince, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot.
And Harden is certainly used to finishing through the physical defense, demonstrating just how special a player like he truly is.
Here's Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 5th assist in this one. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Westbrook's got 21 in the game.
Drills his 3rd 3 of the half. I mean, that's 15 points from long range for him today.
To the inside. Dinwiddie with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 14.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. LeVert's checked in for Dinwiddie. Daniel House is checked in for the Rockets. From Westbrook.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Now here's Allen. Just 5 on the clock. And on the way from Irving for 3, and the Nets, another 3.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Harris against Harden. Here's the floater. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. And here we go. And and it's 13 points for Prince.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Another miss by Houston.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Allen, good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Westbrook to halt the run. Another shot. He lays it in. Westbrook's got 7 now in this quarter.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Allen passes to LeVert. It's rebounded by Houston.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Harden's shot is off. Nets leading by 17. LeVert the pass to Prince. No good that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. From deep, Harden. No good on the shot. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And it's Harden picking him up. It's stolen by Capella. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to Capella. It's hauled in by Harris. Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Rockets trail by 17. Outside Westbrook. Kicks it to Harden. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn. Prince has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
Pass to LeVert. The tray. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, well, some locker room tension for Kyrie Irving last season. His public comments were seen as a dig at the Celtics' young players. They made it deep into the playoffs without him in 2018, a sense they weren't having it.
Westbrook against Irving. And Westbrook, here we go. Here's Capella, and it's sent back by Allen. And now here's Prince, the fast break opportunity. Three-pointer, LeVert. That shot off, so Houston will take it the other way.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
The Rockets again can't hit. And here are the Nets. They're on a 12-4 run. Outside Prince. Here's Allen. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Toughness and energy on the boards. An easy putback to show for.
From deep, Harden. Here's Capella. And
Yeah, Kevin, I love the high activity Capella brings. Someone that really brings it on the offensive glass.
Harris outside. Irving double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game. Oops, baby.
So much fun. Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
It's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
Passes it to Irving. Irving double team. Harris with it. Down low. Here's Allen. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Now, here is Harden. Lob pass to Capella. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 22 rebounds. Irving passes to Harris. To the paint. And slam dunk by Allen.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Capella kicks to House. The dish to Harden. Launches it. Allen with the rebound.
And with all these 3-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's become a weight around the neck. Somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Yeah, and defensively, you'd like to see a greater effort to change ends.
Now here is Harris. Here's Irving. And Capella sends it back. Westbrook from the arc. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 15 here tonight. To the middle, here's Prince, and that one is stuffed right through.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
Here's Westbrook. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Irving kicks to LeVert. There's the pass to Allen. Good work defensively by Capella. Rockets trailed by 18. Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Eric Gordon.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Now Harris. Pass to Irving. LeVert with a wide open look. It's good from long range.
Maybe he's not a priority for the D, but come on, man. Gotta have somebody keep track of it.
Westbrook drives in. Yep, it counts. Westbrook's got 36.
They're gonna be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Now, here is Irving. He kicks it to Prince. And Capella. Outside Westbrook. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. Westbrook's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Rockets.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Timeout called, the Nets. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
And our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
They lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Now, here's Westbrook. Takes a three. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Triple from the wing. And the Nets lead by 16.
What a good time for the three-pointer. The fast scattered all over the place.
Takes the 13-footer. Rebound, Brooklyn. Irving's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Is outside. Tipped away. Irving kicks to Harris. Pass to LeVert. Fires the 3. And no good. And Houston the other way now. Here's Westbrook. He gets it in there. Westbrook's got 41.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Irving passes to Harris. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help them. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
Cans it from downtown.
Well, it's a beautiful shot right there from Harden. He has the touch and quick release needed to torch defenses from outside.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Nets.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Kyrie Irving.
His vision and his ball movement impressed me the most. A tremendous night for him passing the basketball.
Prince kicks to Irving. On the wing, Harris. To the paint. Brooklyn with the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.